I wanted to talk about something that is important. Um, uh, um, I was laying down on my bed reading some sort of story about whatever, some story about wilderness life or something. And while I was reading, keep in mind the structural environment of what my apartment looks like. Okay. And I said that they're shooting these electronic devices. But while I'm laying in this bed, just looking at my phone, reading this story about the wilderness, they immediately shoot some electronic device into my ear here violently, and it hurt. Like, it hurt. It's not an infection. It's not anything. It's somebody shooting an electronic device at me. And it's because my body's facing the bed and I'm not obeying their personal orders. It has nothing to do about God and Jesus in the Bible. It has to do with, I told you what to do because I'm going to force you to obey my personal rules. I don't know who it is, and the guy downstairs and hits something against the wall at the bottom of which would be his roof, but the bottom floor of where I'm walking, near where the Jesus and Angel Shrine is. I think it's important for me to say this because understand of what these people are doing. They're strictly using this as a situation to do, you do as I tell you to do because I ordered you to do, and I can get away with whatever I want to harm you with. I went to the grocery store earlier and they're sending people to harass me. I'm going to the grocery store politely, and I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't get very good sleep last night because somebody's shooting some electronic devices at me violently while I'm sleeping. And some guy on the bus was threatening me. He had a gun and he was going to kill me and shoot me in the head. He said he was going to kill me with a gun. And it was some black guy behaving himself like Barack Obama. And I never met this guy, never knew who he was, and the bus driver was going along with it. So I wanted to make this video to understand. Earlier today when I went to the grocery store, they're sending people to stage performances, and I'm not going to go along with it. I'm not going to go along with you abusing this. I know exactly what they're doing. There's more details to this that's going on. And I think it's important because about 10 days ago or about a week ago, some old man that lives way on the other side of the apartment complex needed some help, and I was out there smoking a cigarette, and they're stalking me and just trying to shuttle this guy, because this guy looked pretty sick. It didn't look like he had maybe many more years of life left. Old white man. And I went in there and it helped him get on the bed. It was very polite to him, very kind, spoke 10 minutes, and I left. But understand that then the maintenance man comes through the door, and then he begins to use this guy as a shuttle ride of death. I don't know who's doing this hospice, let's sacrifice, and who wants to commit suicide to go against me, Hector, so you can do it against your white race or your own personal religion. This has nothing to do with any of this. It becomes very dangerous because they're doing this at the grocery stores, and it's a very bad sacrifice. It's very nasty. The combination of people that are doing this, like if I don't do what they tell me to do, then they're going to persecute me. I told you what to do, now you're going to suffer. So when I'm walking across the street and I'm walking to the bus stop around the complex, on the other side of the complex and across the street, you have the other residents always sitting there smoking cigarettes as well. I never go over there. But they're out there just trying to hound me down any kind of way. I try to don't even pay attention and just pay attention to take care of myself. But understand, this isn't a form of jealousy. This isn't a form of any of those things. Understand there's a lot of bad things that are going on here that's correlating repeatedly with these people. You know, if you want to go against somebody to say who's helping and who's not, why don't you go take a look at all the people that are driving around $50,000 cars out on the road? Why don't you go take a look at who has all these things? Why don't you take a look at what you did in your life compared to what I had done in life? I went 7 years into a nursing home and I didn't get anything for it. And I've done a lot more of any of that than most of these people and didn't get paid for it. And now they're just trying to show their ride to spiritually sacrifice this. I don't want to be a part of any of your murder intentions, any of your heinous sacrificial acts. I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of it, and I'm not going to. You can send your maintenance guy to start playing suicide. I'm going to go send this guy to go, when he dies, sacrifice himself against you, and then use that shuttle ride to then. I don't want to play any of that, and I'm not going to. But understand that this is what this is, and I did say that I was going to go over there. So I don't know where I promise I'll come by sometime. But this is not safe. This is not comfortable. And what is going on, there's groups of people that are rallying around me that you better do what I tell you to do, otherwise you're going to suffer. And these people are not doing anything. These people are very abusive to what that situation is. If anybody wants to do anything, I would suggest calling probably some people that have a lot of money, and then get this guy to a very fancy nursing home or something, or a better place. But like I said, it's all staged. They're staging this. I heard the lady that lived there. She told me, and she said that the manager and the maintenance man, you can't trust them at all. They're worthless. They're not any good people at all here, and that's what she said. So I don't know what to say, but I don't like the fact of going to grocery stores and people, they're just looking to retaliate. These are bloodsuckers. These are blood-sucking, nasty people to be doing this. I don't know who you are, but you have no right to be doing this to me. And to be saying, we're going to send somebody to go suicide themselves for the sacrifice of what God is. No, you're not. I've seen people laid out in the streets that are like 60 years old. I was nearly digging in trash cans and nobody was helping me. But I can say this, that this is all being staged. I don't know what sacrificial, what they're doing here, but they're trying to do something very dark and cynical. This apartment that I lived in, right now, this apartment that I'm living in right now, which they could have put me in a different apartment, the manager told me that there was a guy that died here. So I don't know if he died in this room or he died in that room, but I was told that there was a guy that died here and that they found his dead body. So I don't know how long this guy had been in this apartment that I'm in, been dead before they found him, but he was a long-term resident to my understanding. But I thought I would say that. Look, I got these crucifixes and these candles for reasons, not reasons to benefit you and the persecutions that you're doing to me. That's all you're doing to me. You have no right to tell me these things. I have no ability to practice any other religions or accept any other cultures, not even my own Mexican heritage, because you're playing this white supremacist bullshit on me. And you don't have the right to be doing that. We come from all different cultures. Some people are Asian and some people are Indian, and they have cultures and foods and things that they eat. And they're just using this Jesus crucifix to do this to me. And I'm not doing this to them. So, like I said, I thought I'd make a video on that. I've already been now threatened and told that once I didn't go over there in the first week, that they know I'm probably not going to go over there. And now they're trying to act like heroes and told me not to go over there. So either way, I'm not. So, like I said something nice. I was there and helped a little bit. They're running some sort of very dark, cynical. I don't like that behavior. I don't like that at all. Like I said, I don't know what that person's life was prior, but I think it's important for me to say, because this guy is running a suit. This guy was telling me he was going to kill me with a gun on the bus. This other guy, the maintenance man, was playing, playing the sacrificial, I can get rid of your life. Everyone has their own beliefs and how they see those types of things. And they're watching me on hidden cameras and recording devices. And then if I don't do exactly what that book says, or it's against the crucifix, they begin violently training me and beating me and shooting me to say that my life isn't correct until I do what they say, and they're leading it to that crucifix. It's not that I didn't accept Jesus. These people are playing very sick games, like a priest starts having sex with little boys, or a priest in in cults you've heard of starts sleeping with, has like 35 wives and sleeps with like 10-year-old girls, and claims that it's Jesus that told him to do it. So I don't know what these people believe in, but like I said, I'm not throwing that on anybody else, enforcing that. But understand, this is what they're doing to me.